A nightclub can make more money in one weekend than some businesses make in an entire month. Imagine a club packed with 600 people, $30 at the door, $18 cocktails, thousands of dollars disappearing into VIP tables. Now imagine doing that 4 nights a week. You could be looking at more than $1 million in monthly revenue. But here's the catch. Making $1 million isn't the same as keeping $1 million. So today, we're going to open a nightclub from scratch, fill it with customers, and follow every dollar until we find out how much the owner actually gets to keep. Let's build our nightclub. We'll call it a 600-person club in a major American city, operating 4 nights a week. It's not the biggest club in the country. It's not some tiny local bar either. It's a serious mid to high-end nightlife business. And our goal is simple: get people through the door and convince them to spend as much as possible once they're inside. Because a nightclub doesn't really make its money from admission. The real money starts after you walk through the door. Let's start with admission. Suppose the average customer pays around $30 to get in. Now, 600 people on a busy night gives us 600 times $30 equals $18,000. That's $18,000 before anyone even orders a drink. If we operate 4 nights a week, that's roughly $72,000 a week, and about $312,000 a month just from getting people through the door. Sounds incredible, but we're just getting started, because the nightclub has something far more profitable than an entrance ticket: alcohol. This is where the economics get interesting. Let's say our average customer buys 3 drinks during the night, and the average drink brings in about $18. That's 3 times $18 equals $54 per customer. With 600 customers, that's $32,400 in drink sales every busy night. 4 nights a week gives us roughly $130,000 a week, or around $560,000 a month. And remember, that's before VIP. Now here's why drinks are so important. A bottle of liquor might cost the club a fraction of what customers ultimately pay for it. Industry operators commonly track this using something called pour cost, essentially the cost of the alcohol compared with the revenue generated from it. So when someone pays $18 for a cocktail, the club isn't spending $18 to make that cocktail. But there's an even bigger money machine waiting in the corner: VIP tables. Picture the scene. A normal customer is standing at the bar, while 10 feet away, a group has reserved a VIP table. They aren't buying one drink at a time, they're buying bottles. And they're paying for the table, the experience, the status, and the attention. Let's say our club sells 8 VIP tables per night at an average of $4,000 each. That's $32,000 per night. 4 nights a week, $128,000 a week, or roughly $550,000 a month. Now combine our 3 major revenue streams: admission, around $312,000, drinks, around $560,000, VIP, around $550,000. That's roughly $1.4 million a month. Wait, our thumbnail said $1 million plus. We're already above it, but here's where the fantasy ends. Because that $1.4 million isn't profit, it's revenue. And now, we have to pay everyone. This is the part people forget. A nightclub isn't a giant cash machine where the owner simply collects everything coming through the door. There are bartenders, servers, managers, security, DJs, promoters, cleaning crews, insurance, rent, utilities, marketing, repairs, alcohol inventory, credit card fees, licensing. And a nightclub can burn through money incredibly quickly. So let's take our $1.4 million and start taking it apart. First, alcohol. If our club is generating roughly $560,000 a month from regular drinks, plus a large amount from VIP bottle sales, the cost of the alcohol itself can easily become a 6-figure monthly expense. Let's budget around $125,000 a month for beverage inventory. And then there's labor. This isn't a restaurant with 10 employees. A busy nightclub can require bartenders, servers, hosts, managers, security, barbacks, cleaners, and other staff. Let's say our total payroll and related labor costs come to $280,000 a month. We're already at $405,000 in expenses, and we haven't even paid the rent. A serious nightclub needs a serious location. Let's budget $90,000 a month for rent and occupancy costs, then $45,000 for security, $55,000 for DJs and entertainment, $65,000 for marketing and promotion, $50,000 for insurance, utilities, and maintenance, and roughly $65,000 for processing fees, administration, and miscellaneous operating costs. Add everything together, and our monthly operating expenses are now around $800,000. Remember, these are illustrative assumptions for our hypothetical club, not a claim that every nightclub spends exactly these amounts. Our nightclub generated roughly $1.4 million in monthly revenue. Our operating expenses were around $800,000. That leaves approximately $600,000. Sounds like the owner just made $600,000, right? Not exactly. We still have taxes, financing costs, startup debt, capital expenditures, and other items that can hit the owner's actual take-home. And that's why industry benchmarks matter. BizBuySell's published nightclub and theater data shows historical average pre-tax net margins, around 13% to 15% for the businesses in its dataset. So our hypothetical club is an unusually strong performer if it manages to retain anything close to the high end of that range after all costs. So, how much money can a nightclub make? A struggling club might barely break even. A decent club can generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in monthly revenue. And a packed high-volume club with strong VIP sales can potentially push beyond $1 million a month in revenue. But the number that really matters isn't revenue, it's profit. Because there's a massive difference between we made $1 million and we kept $1 million. And that's the economics of owning a nightclub. The party might look expensive, but behind the velvet ropes, it's a numbers game.